Hello and welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly love outlook for the sign of Taurus. And the weekly love outlook on my channel is a relationship outlook that I do. So we're going to be looking at a connection that you have with someone, Taurus. I love you, Taurus. I love reading for Taurus. I'm a Taurus rising. I'm a Sagittarius with a Taurus rising. So I love doing these readings for you guys. So let's get right into it. We're just going to check out and see what kind of energies from my Oracle deck. My Oracle deck of Spirits of Darkness and Light, to see what kind of energies may be impacting this connection this week. And then we're going to go ahead and pull out cards for you and your other person. Now, this connection could be an old one, new one. It could be a reconciliation. It could be whatever the case is, right? And we'll know when the cards come out, right? So let's just see. We're talking about Taurus. It's for October 5th to the 11th. We have Spirit of the Witch, Spirit of the Staircase, and Spirit of the Lion. Now, don't know if you saw that, but the Lion is the one that flipped over a minute ago. I flipped it back in just to see if it really wanted to peek its head out, and sure enough, it came out. So Spirit of the Witch, magic, psychic phenomenon, sorcery, turning to that side, that road, rather, right? That discipline, that area of interest. So someone may be a practitioner, someone may be indulging, someone may be showing signs of psychic ability. Spirit of the Staircase, it's a long way home. Generally, this card a lot of times will show up, especially in situations where the relationship is evolving, right? There's progress happening. A lot of times this card shows up for my readings. And then we have Spirit of the Lion, which very rarely shows up in my readings. Of course, we're talking about respect, the leader, having recognition, being accepted as the king, right? So Spirit of the Lion is regality, it's nobility, it's everything that you associate that Spirit of Lion to be. So let's get right into your reading, Taurus. Let's see what your cards are for you and your person, how you guys are resonating this week, what you're desiring, how you see each other, and what needs to happen. Show me what's going on for Taurus. For October 5th to the 11th, show me. All right, here we go. Your person is resonating with Two of Wands coming in this week. You come in with the energy of the Lover's card. They see you as the Devil, and you see them as the King of Wands. Interesting. They desire Four of Swords, and you desire Page of Swords. And what needs to happen is Ace of Swords, and we have Six of Wands energy. Wow. Okay, so interesting read. Very interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Swords. We're talking about a betrayal, right? Three of Swords is a betrayal. 3 in tarot is the number for virtue, bonding, and loyalty. So Three of Swords is when a particular bond you have, trust with someone you have has been broken, so you've been betrayed. You can be betrayed a lot of different ways. A lot of times it's interpreted as third-party energy or being cheated on by a third party, but betrayal comes in a lot of different guises. And please do remember that Three of Swords is a swords card and not a cup card, all right? So like I said, betrayal comes in a lot of different forms. Let's get right into it, my lovely Taurus. Interesting read. Your person comes in with Two of Wands, and you're coming in with Lovers. So your person is coming in this week with a real desire to fight for what they want. A real desire to sort of move forward and take the next step. Two of Wands is Mars and Aries energy. It's almost like war gods going head to head, right? Two of Wands, the world is your oyster, and you're prepared to sort of do whatever you can to get to the next stage and face whatever challenges come your way, right? So the world is your oyster, and it can bring it. Two of Wands is very steady energy. So your person is very actionary this week. You're coming in as the Lovers. Lovers is in tarot the card for Gemini, just like Devil's the card for Capricorn, but that doesn't really mean anything about who you may or may not be dealing with, Taurus. What I will say is that you're coming in this week with this energy of Lovers. And what is Lovers all about? It's about that hard work. It's about the hard work that we need to do to maintain the harmony between us. It's the ebb and flow. Lovers card, Major Arcana 6, talks about how oftentimes harmony is something that is emotion. It's not a static thing. So we're constantly working towards harmony, constantly giving and taking, and understanding that lesson, that is what is at the heart of two people coming together and being two halves of a whole, is very important. That work that is put there. You see that there are clouds in between, and so a lot of times, you know, you can see the archangel rising up out of those clouds, right? But the clouds also speak to the confusion that can be there between two people and the work that is needed to sort of bridge that space to be harmonic with each other. So you're coming into this week with a real desire to do that work, certainly with a real, I want to say, focus on it. That focus on the work that is involved in relationships in a very conscientious way. How do you guys see each other? Well, Devil energy and the King of Wands. Well, your person sees you as the Devil, you see them as King of Wands. So you guys are very similar in a lot of ways, I'm going to say, right? You guys really represent a kind of head-to-head. Let me get my focus together here. Here we go. Come on. Sorry. A real head-to-head. Devil energy meeting the King of Wands. The King of Wands is all about that kind of creativity, that, I want to say, you know, he's a leader of men because he's so unique and individual. He has no fear about following his vision. The King of Wands is all about manifesting a very specific vision. He's highly creative. He's made of fire. Kings are fire. Wands are fire. This is fire of fire. And he is a leader amongst men, not in the same way that the Emperor is, because the Emperor assumes control and leadership. The King of Wands is a leader because people choose to follow in his footsteps. He is much more a leader in a sense that he is a beacon. He is someone that we aspire to be like. And in this way, the King of Wands is a leader. Sets the tone, sets the pace, sets the bar. Shows you also how very much it's important to be a visionary and have vision. This is how you're seeing your person, as someone who's extremely, I'm going to say probably highly artistic, highly ambitious. They're already coming into the week with Two of Wands energy, and then here you're seeing them as King of Wands. Get my light here. Then we have them seeing you as Devil energy. So, Taurus, they see you as someone who is also highly creative, but perhaps right now going through a very difficult struggle. The Devil is all about that shadow side. He's all about that energy that we sort of capitulate to when we don't rise to our highest heights, when we don't rise to a level of... when we don't fulfill ourselves at a high level, right? A high spiritual level, aesthetic level. The Devil is also tied in with that deep, deep creative energy that we have, right? The Devil energy, the Devil card in tarot is associated with that second chakra, the chakra where passion, sexuality, and all of that desire is also completely entwined with our creative potential. What happens, however, is that when our creative potential isn't able to rise to a higher level, a higher aesthetic level, or a higher spiritual level, which leads us to a higher level of satisfaction, then we will go down the road of passion and desire and almost be a slave to that passion and desire. It's very much the flip side of two coins or one energy. In any case, the Devil card shows up when we are really kind of struggling, right? We're struggling with the desire to do more, to work higher, to work harder, to reach a higher height, or maybe sometimes to take that road where it's a lot easier. Maybe we don't have the energy to shoot for that high level. When we take that lower road, we take the road of instant gratification, instant satisfaction, the easier road, the road where our desires are much easier satisfied. Your person is seeing you as that. It's interesting that you see them as a visionary, and they're seeing you as someone who's very much right now battling with two sides of yourself. Could very well be that you are both artists, and you are an artist right now that is battling with a particular issue. Let us go further. It's interesting. We have Spirit of the Witch. I'm going to say that you, both of you, Taurus, you and your person probably see a lot of the same traits within each other. A magical capability, right? A magical trait to how you go through life. What do you guys desire? Your person is desiring Four of Swords, and you're desiring Page of Swords. Now, Four of Swords energy is all about making the right decisions going forward. So your person is being very careful, very cautious. Right? They're wanting to be, how shall I say, they want to maintain whatever stability they've achieved, and so they're being very reserved. You, however, are desiring to be much more positive. I think you're wanting to have a positive outlook on this. Now, what is the challenge here, though? There is a challenge. Now, when we have Three of Swords at the bottom, I wonder, I feel like perhaps there's a betrayal there. Maybe there was a betrayal, but I don't feel like the betrayal was one in love. For instance, I'm not really sure if this connection is about a betrayal. I don't think that the betrayal, let me reword that. I don't think that the betrayal in this connection is so much about love. Because again, I mentioned earlier, Three of Swords, swords, not cups. So this betrayal, this distrust, whatever has happened here can happen in many different areas. It's not necessarily a third-party energy. But I feel like the betrayal here is something to do with art. It's something to do with the way both of you do what you do. And there has been some kind of impasse here. Much more to do with your pride and your ego. I think you guys may have hurt each other's pride in some kind of way, but there is love here, mutual admiration, right? You desire Page of Swords, which is something you're desiring to have something to look forward to here. You're very much this week desiring to be positive about the next step in this relationship. I think your person is the one who's being careful here. I think your person is the one who's being very reserved, clearly with that Four of Swords. It could be that you were the one who kind of did something to hurt them inadvertently. Or, you know, I don't think it, like I said, I don't think it was malicious. I don't think this betrayal was something that was like, oh, I'm going to do this. But something happened here. There was a challenge. It could be something as simple as you both vying for the same art exhibition, and you got it and they didn't, and they're all pissed about it. You see what I'm saying? It's something to do with your two disciplines and the respect that you show each other in those disciplines. What needs to happen? Well, Ace of Swords and Six of Wands. For your person, they really need to have a sense of victory, and for you also a sense of victory. It's interesting because Six of Wands is a public victory, whereas for your person, Ace of Swords, it's a victory of learning a new way, finding a new way, seeing things in a new way, having a new outlook on things, and having a new sense of self-esteem. Both of you need victory, both of you need recognition, but I feel like it's coming in very different ways, and this is what needs to happen here. It's almost as if you both need to be bigged up in exactly your certain circles. Like for you, yes, you're wanting more positivity. You're wanting to feel much more positive about this relationship, I believe. Sorry about that move on the camera. You want to feel, let me see, there we go. You're wanting to feel a lot more positive about this relationship. And not be negative, feeling negative about it. Certainly with that devil energy, something has happened here where you're feeling a little bit pessimistic. Also, again, inadvertently hurting each other's feelings. But I feel like the public victory here, Six of Wands, is much more to do with your person accepting you and loving you and being public about that. Whereas your person, Ace of Swords, is much more with them, about them sort of thinking outside the box, realizing that it's not personal, reaching a higher level of understanding and clarity, and perhaps a higher level of understanding when it comes to you also, Taurus. Show me what's going on. I'm going to get some clarifying cards here and see what they have to say, and then call this a reading, guys. Knight of Wands, more fire. There's your Page of Wands, Page of Swords coming out over Page of Swords and Page of Cups. So youthfulness, love, a token of expression, overcoming fear. Pages are all about overcoming fear, guys. So whenever you see a page, it's overcoming fear in that suit. And again, Page of Swords comes over Page of Swords. So this is really important about the right here, we're talking about the power of positive thinking, right? So it's very, very important that you maintain a positive outlook regardless of what people say to you or what happens around you. This devil energy here is very much your partner, I think, seeing that you do battle these demons of positivity and remaining positive within yourself. And when we lose self-esteem, that is when we are more easily enticed down the road of the devil, which is instant gratification through things like dysfunction and substance abuse, etc. Knight of Wands is coming in, so that's really being, again, much more enthusiastic. There's fire here. And Page of Cups, there is love here also. There's a token of love. Overcoming the fear of of being in love with each other. You guys are both, I want to say, Taurus, you're dealing with someone who is just as much, oh, my focus is going. You're dealing with somebody who's just as much an extreme, ambitious artist as you are, but there is love here. And if you guys take it right back to the beginning, or right back to the foundation, and overcoming these fears, overcoming the fears that are associated with pride, spirit of the lion, and having that progression, spirit of the staircase here, is going to allow you guys to get to the next level, because this is very much a powerhouse artistic couple that is very much dealing with their own sort of high degree of artistic ability and all of that ego and personality that goes with that. But there is love here if you meet in the middle, and if you meet sort of on the ground. Lovers, ultimately, Taurus, you're the one who's wanting to really, really make this work as far as the love connection. I'm going to say that you are also probably the one in this relationship who suffers the most with art and willing to express yourself, being able to express yourself artistically, and how that impacts your life, right? In either case, you guys will, this is a week where this is all going to come out, and we're going to see. It always takes two to tango, right? All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading for October 5th to the 11th. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share. All of that good stuff. But for right now, Taurus, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye-bye now.